Christa Kim. I am a cartoonist for the Northern Star. I draw stuff for the pieces that are put out in TLDR. So initially when Lucy brought up the idea of a comic strip, I just thought of what I could do for it, simply. There has been this one character that's been on my mind for a while. His name is Dandy. He's the central character to the comic strip. He's the little black cat. And he is going to be this wizard apprentice, but he's not very good at it yet. So he's going to struggle a lot through this comic. Last semester, I did do a weekly of where it was actually a comic strip for just Dandy, but I didn't draw him properly because I wasn't looking at a reference sheet that I made earlier. And so Fire Hazard was an excuse to get him into his actual outfit as his character. The process of coming up with ideas for it is just sort of what would be the natural progression of his apprenticeship, essentially. Like, how does he start out? How is he going to learn more and more throughout the strip? And the drawing process is not as sophisticated. It's just, oh, I have an idea. I throw some lines down on the screen, and I hope it's mostly cohesive because I'm looking not to include a lot of dialogue in the comic strip if possible. So it's going to be mostly visual. And as you saw with Fire Hazard, it's kind of a little bit obvious what's happening there. I feel like there is a lot of comics out there that just show very powerful scenes just through visual cues. I mean, it's the same thing with movies. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words.
What's your favorite medium to use?
Digital art, because you can use Control Z and you don't have to worry about eraser marks or anything like that. I would say it's a very similar process to drawing traditionally. The main hurdle, I would say, is getting used to the program that you're learning. Also just the adjustment from the medium. If you're used to the texture of paper, drawing on the screen is going to be wildly different. But once you get used to that, it's not that bad. Drawing for the Star has allowed me to sort of push myself as an artist as well, because a lot of the ideas that are put out in budgets, I wouldn't have come up with them. I wouldn't have thought to draw anything related to that, so it makes me think of okay, how do I improve as an artist? How can I do things that I normally wouldn't have, and how will that benefit me in the future? And in the same vein, it's basically drawing for myself, because part of just being an artist is wanting to improve. And doing those consistent drawings every week is a lot of improvement.